What's up guys, and maybe girls, kidding, I know you're all guys because YouTube decides to remind me every fucking day that no chick wants anything to do with my content. So why don't we take advantage of this boys club by talking about the most busty champion busted champion in the game right now. Fuck, I promised so many people on Reddit there would be no sex jokes. Anyway, if you are new here, I have been spending my time trying to convince the toxic people that Ezreal is viable in Season 10, but despite doing decent with him, there's only so much you can do on a late game AD carry when your top laner goes 0-400 in laning phase. Therefore, I decided to take you guys up on your recommendation to try out Miss Fortune. I figured I would maybe get a fat Q or an easy laning phase, but I didn't realize I would literally be fountain fucking their entire team with my ult after 2 games on this broken bitch. So without further ado, let's get into my ticket to the free as fuck LP ride with this sexy ginger. Okay, so here's the build that I ran, and quite frankly, I feel like you could just run through and randomly select options here because it really doesn't seem to matter with how goddamn broken she feels to play. With that said, press the attack did give me some juicy burst and I didn't really have any reason to change any of this up, so copy it exactly and chug that free as fuck LP before she gets nerfed. The game starts off with me just trying to get the hang of her attacks to CS, but by the second wave, my Olaf decides to be a pioneer and be the first jungler ever to gank my lane. Their Pyke, with the map awareness of a blind bitch, decides to try and engage on us after Olaf is already 15 steps into our lane, and it results in my mindlessly chasing and right-clicking his stupid ass until I burn my flash to bring home some super early gold. Not even 2 minutes later, Pyke lands a hook after his first 90 failed attempts, and instead of panicking, I decide to Q to get that fat bouncy boy kill on their AD carry. I guess no one in this elo knows how to play against this slutty pirate. It's now only 8 minutes into the game and I am already rocking almost a full essence Reaver. Sona and I decide to chase some pussy into the river to see what's up, and their brain-dead support decides that since his first 2 deaths were such close fights, he will engage on us once again. I press my R key for the first time and stand up from my desk flossing like a 12-year-old boy as I rack in an easy double kill by doing absolutely nothing. I am starting to realize how easy it is to be a hot-ass ginger in this world. A team fight breaks out in river and I quickly realize we are very outnumbered, so I flash out of the immediate danger. Having little experience on this champion, I decide to play it like a total pussy and just weave in and out of the fights, shooting off a Q swiftly every time it's off CD and then running away like I just crop dusted the fuck out of their team. I end up securing a kill despite the disadvantage and daddy is getting super fed. I'm now rocking an Essence Reaver and some dope-ass Nikes when I decide to be a dick and see how much I can harass their Pyke under his tower. He accomplishes absolutely nothing by landing a hook on one of my minions, and then it's my turn to see how long it takes him to realize that my Q bounces off minions. I hit him once square in the face and he seems totally unfazed. Then immediately my next Q I bounce off a minion to hit him again in his donkey ass, and after I realize his monitor must have turned off and he's just randomly clicking his mouse, I hit a third Q and ult. What broken dogshit pressure this is. I now realize that with the power of this champion, I can just press one button and kill a full health player while they are behind their turret, so I run up without a worry in the world and roll my dick all over my R key, securing a victory in a really hard fought battle. My team is now off doing God knows what, inspecting each other's assholes or something in the topside jungle, and I decide to lay some serious pressure down mid. I start attempting to harass like a goddamn pro, but I miss 2 Q bounces when I decide to fuck it and just walk up and hit him. An auto and an ult forces his flash, and then like a agile viper, I dodge a horribly placed hook before flashing in and hitting a Q for 30% of their AD carry's HP. This is a pretty engaging experience for everyone involved. With a few more items, I am now doing just an absurd amount of damage. Zoe lands a peeping Tom snare through the trees like she has some real-life experience firing sedatives at unsuspecting victims from bushes when I go and follow up, doing 80% of this poor sleeping bitch's health with one ability. I have now realized that being this ahead with this champion means that mechanics and map awareness are just about as useless as someone playing Ivern and IWK at their AD carry. No need to dodge or play this with any level of intelligence as I jerk off my right click button to win this 1v1. I decide to say what's up to this loser that spends money on a fucking Skarner skin and tells you how much damage I can do to a tank. Turns out, a lot of fucking damage, and I melt that insect into the ground. I then loan out my damage card to my teammates as we secure a few more kills. Oh boy, there's Ed wants to ult me. Okay, I will just stand still and auto attack. We will see who comes out on top of this fight, man. It's at this point where I am having fun in a ranked game of League of Legends for the first time ever, but despite me not wanting the game to end, they surrender right at 20 minutes and I am pretty goddamn content with this big-titted champion. But maybe that was just a lucky game. Let's see how my second and third games turned out. As we're getting ramped up to start this next game, I just wanted to give a shout out to some of the awesome comments from my last video. Last week, I made the analogy that my subscribers in our community is like a bunch of naked robbed Eskimos, huddling together to stay warm. And since that video, we have nearly doubled the amount of Eskimos in this cold ass igloo. So if you haven't yet, please hit that free as fuck subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up because I love seeing that shit and can't wait to keep delivering on this content if you all want it. The circumstances of this second game are slightly worse as we are laning against the new Korean Ziggs Nami comp and I get stuck with a mid lane autofill that locks in fucking Ahri support, but it seems to work out when she lands a charm and I unload this big dick early game damage to secure the first kill. Fast forward and this troll fox of a support is making me look stupid for talking shit on her pick when she lands a second charm. I shit on the bomb rat and then ult out front of Nami so she has to walk through it to get to safety. The 200 IQ on my part allows me to go back to farming while my Lee Sin blows his summoners to fuck up that koi fish. We catch Bomb Boy out of position again and despite my Ahri missing the easiest charm of 2020, it's an easy kill for me to put more money into these tight jean pockets. This flaming orange-haired little rat fuck is just donating to my Make a Fake Tit Foundation at this point as he blindly tunnels on my support and river, letting me catch up to him and kill his ass again. I'm honestly not even getting gold for killing this furry midget anymore, but my Lee Sin is determined to keep his ass in the graveyard, so we put him on his ass one more time. The scary sound of a Rengar ult comes out and sure enough he tunnels onto my Lee Sin just in time to get charmed before I double tap that ass boy. Two dope ass charms by my support allow me to roll my dick on my keyboard a couple times to get both their tier 1 and tier 2 turrets. I'm starting to push up a snowball for the second game in a row. My team is now securing Dragon and I decide to do what any smart player would do, chase a fed Rengar into a bush with no vision. But it honestly doesn't even matter because my bra isn't the only thing busted about this champion and I just AFK auto attack him to death. We get a pick and engage on their Talon in their jungle before he wall hops away like a little pussy when I turn my attention to Nami. I kill her in 3 autos as I surf her giant wave with style in this tight outfit. If Lee Sin wasn't blind, you know he'd be using his blindfold as a cum rag if he saw me on that wave. Our top laner, who has been completely non-existent this entire game, gets caught out and I get to swoop into the rescue. I slow their Talon and do 70% of his health in 2 autos before slapping this mermaid. I get in a second bush fight with this Rengar, but again it literally doesn't matter. I then W key forward like an idiot and despite playing this terribly, I single-handedly get a quadra kill and wipe out their entire team. This game ends up just like the last, with an enemy surrender and me realizing that Miss Fortune is actually free LP until they nerf her. Just to show you fellas that this champion is consistent as fuck, I will put the highlights of my third game in a very condensed montage now so you can see the results that led to me fountain fucking their team in that clip at the beginning of the video. Please give this bitch a try because we only have so much time before Riot fixes her. Thanks again for watching and I will see you all in the next one.